My wife left me for my rich best friend, saying I was boring, but she doesn't know I won the lottery? Claire rolled her eyes as I suggested Applebee's for date night again. God, David, you're so predictable. Marcus just took Jessica to that new rooftop place with the city view. When's the last time you surprised me with anything meaningful? What she didn't know was that I'd won $73 million 6 weeks earlier, and had been secretly planning the most incredible surprise of our marriage. I'd already put deposits on the beachfront house in Maui she'd bookmarked, booked the African safari she'd talked about since college, and commissioned a custom necklace from the jewelry store she'd window shopped at for years. I was waiting for our anniversary next month to reveal everything with a scavenger hunt through all our favorite spots from when we were dating. But Marcus had been my best friend since high school. We'd been roommates, best men at each other's weddings, godfather to each other's dreams. So when Claire started working late with him on projects, I trusted them both completely. Tuesday night, she sat me down with tears in her eyes. I can't fake being happy anymore, David. Marcus makes me feel alive. You're just safe, boring. I need someone who actually lives life. She moved out Thursday morning while I was at work, leaving behind only a note and her wedding ring on the kitchen counter. That same evening, Marcus texted, "Sorry, man. I tried to fight it, but we fell in love. Hope you understand." 20 years of friendship destroyed in a single paragraph. I sat alone in our empty house, staring at lottery paperwork and travel brochures scattered across the table. The custom necklace arrived that weekend, $18,000 of diamonds and platinum that would never touch her neck. Instead of wallowing, I decided to live the life I'd planned for us, but alone. I bought a motorcycle, something Claire always said was too dangerous for boring people like us. Started taking weekend trips to small towns, photographing abandoned buildings and local diners. At a coffee shop in Montana, I met Grace, a travel photographer editing photos on her laptop. We talked for hours about places we'd been and dreams we'd chased. She had no idea about my money, just loved that I actually listened when she talked about capturing light in old churches and morning fog over mountain lakes. 6 months later, Grace moved in with me, not to my mansion, but to the small cabin I'd bought in Colorado. She never asked about my finances, never compared me to anyone else, just loved hiking trails and cooking breakfast while I edited photos. Meanwhile, Claire discovered my lottery win when she saw my name in the paper for donating to a local animal shelter. She'd been texting mutual friends, trying to get my number desperately. Yesterday, she showed up at my cabin, dressed like she was going to a board meeting. "David, I made a mistake. We had something real. Marcus turned out to be..." She paused, seeing Grace's hiking boots by the door, her camera gear spread across our kitchen table. Grace came downstairs in my old college sweatshirt, coffee mug in hand. "Hey babe, who's at the door?" Claire's face went white. "You're with someone else?" I put my arm around Grace, who had no idea she was meeting the woman who'd once called me too boring to love. "Claire, meet Grace." "Grace, this is my ex-wife." Grace smiled genuinely. "Nice to meet you. David's told me so much about his past adventures and experiences." After Claire left, looking devastated, Grace asked if I was okay. She seemed upset. "Was she hoping to get back together with you?" I looked at this woman who loved my terrible morning hair, who laughed at my random historical facts, who never once made me feel like I wasn't enough. "Yeah," I said, "but some people only want you when you have something they want." Grace nodded and went back to editing her photos. No drama, no demands for explanations, just trust and understanding. Claire still doesn't know about the anniversary surprise I'd planned, the months of secret preparation, or how much her betrayal actually cost her in the end. But Grace knows I surprise her with coffee every morning, and apparently, that's enough for both of us to build something real and lasting. Now I'm planning to surprise Grace with a special trip, because despite her not knowing about my finances, she actually loves me.